Right. Hello. Happy witching hour, y'all. It is High Priestess Jamila. And I wanted to come and speak real quickly about the troll egregore. And it's truly a big problem for a lot of people, not just Jamila. Okay. And in fact, they're not a problem for me at all because I knew exactly what to do with them. There's a lot of us witches that did. And I just keep adding new stuff every goddamn day. But they are a problem to a lot of people. And they bother a lot of people. So I was sitting there watching Candy Grand Prix, right? And you know what? She started out as very disingenuous, in my opinion. But I think that what she has essentially done is pretty much put herself in a situation. Like she literally spoke it on herself and she caught up. One thing that's really interesting about her is that she is a Virgo, right? And either when you are a Virgo Earth, okay, because we know that the ruling planet for Virgo and Gemini is Mercury. Virgo Earth people have a hard time letting go of thoughts that should be fleeting. Okay, I know that because I am a Virgo moon. Okay. Now in my house, if you look at my place of this in my houses, I have something different. But as far as like my chart, um, my initial chart has Virgo in my moon, which is very important. You know what I'm saying? So somebody tinkering, but I've got protection, defense against scully work. Yeah, I don't play that shit. I got something for every goddamn thing. Okay. I got something for my throat. I got something for my bindu. I got something for my motherfucking ajna, my sahasrara, my swadasana, my mulahara, my manipura, my earth star chakra, my fucking cosmic star chakra, my vishuddhi, yeah, and my anahata. So I've done something for just about everything, but trolls are on another level. You know, the trolling that we're experiencing is not just in social media. We are also being trolled in real life with robo dials, scammers calling people's phone. Okay, you ever see those, like when you get like a scam alert? Hey, scam alert for the IRS, scam alert for this, scam alert for that. Them telling you, hey, don't fall for this scam, don't fall for that scam. There's even real estate companies that are doing fucking scams. It's everywhere. The dark web, all it's literally, we are saturated in it. And it all stems from trolling. Trolls make videos here on YouTube. Trolls like to create some kind of doubt. If they can create a flicker of a doubt, if somebody would listen to them. That's why I did a beef tongue, because trolls, and not just a beef tongue. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. Now, I don't feel as though like I'm not crazy, right? I'm not sitting here feeling like everybody just expects me to do everything. The world is on my shoulders, on my fuck God. No, there's at least 100 like me worldwide, globally, that are just like me, right? And, we are a part of a very small percent of the population. Okay. So the trolls that fuck with me, like they're running, they time been up. However, trolls are still a fucking problem. Trolls are the reason why your channels can't grow. Trolls will even, like, they have begun to do spiritual work. Now, I do believe that it does have some kind of connection to Neptune, right? And it's a lot of work that I put in that I'm not going to share online. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. And the reason why is because the information needs to be kept a secret, because they have built up a fucking egregore. They were really able to do it during COVID. And you can tell the people that were on that bullshit, right? Because people that was on that bullshit was doing bullshit during COVID. They just didn't give a shit, right? And then, so trolls are very disruptive. They're problematic, right? But the main thing that makes them disruptive is that they're not just wasting people's time. However, they are, and they will use anything: colorism, racism, sexism, misogyny. They will fucking use anything to get under your fucking skin. Okay. The problem is that they are communicating something to us that the human race does not need, right? Why won't I just take care of the huge troll problem? Why won't I do it? I'll do it for people that's on my side of the camp, but the whole fucking internet, I can't. Why? Why won't I just deal with the troll problem? They're actually getting fucking jobs just so that they can stalk us. They're actually fucking bragging about having clearance, government clearance and shit like that. Like the trolls are fucking bold. However, a lot of them ain't gonna show their face and they ain't gonna tell me their name. Some of the people that's trolling me, they like, hell no, we ain't gonna never let this bitch know who I am. They real slick with it. Okay? Real slick with it. Let me tell you the fucking reason why I can't do anything about the troll problem. Number one is because people ain't gonna pay me to do it. People are not gonna pay me for the supplies that are needed, the time that's needed, and the materials that are needed. If I were to get paid for it, I'd do it. I'd have to I would have to get paid substantial, because they do cause a lot of problems, especially for larger vloggers that are on here. They cause a lot of problems. I'm talking about people like Tasha K, especially. You know what I'm saying? Tasha K got a big ass debt. Even though we know that Tasha K runs her mouth a lot and she's just bold and she don't give a damn, and She's damn near a troll her fucking self, you know what I'm saying, half the fucking time. But she has trolls that are underneath her, and then a lot of these larger vloggers, they control the trolls and shit. Like, they utilize the trolls. That's why the trolls are still here. So it would have to be people that literally, like, you can't be the type of person to get bored. Oh, I'm bored. I need to see some drama. Oh, I'm bored. I need to see this. I need to see that. Oh, you like, I said no one ever. I have never said that in my life. Like, I have existed on this earth for almost a half a century. Never in my life have I said, hey, I'm bored. Let me go and try to fuck up somebody's life. I've never, it's never fucking happened. Okay. Let me tell you the big kicker about the shit. What is needed, because people will say, oh, spiritual supplies are cheap. Spiritual supplies are cheap. Bullshit. No, they are not. The actual spiritual supply that is needed is going to run about, maybe, I'd say, if you want to really, really, really fucking get in there, like to make some fucking real changes and shit and get some peace, like to just not have this bullshit going on, you know what I'm saying? I would say to start out with about 20 grand. Some of the fucking materials that are needed are going to run about 20,000 minimum. Maybe 10,000 might do it. I would feel better about 20,000 because I've been seeing 222s every fucking where. That is the only fucking way to get rid of the troll egregore. So people be seeing, first of all, when you're running a spiritual business, spiritual supplies are not cheap because you're typically buying in bulk. But what is actually needed, and of course, I'm not going to fucking say it costs thousands of dollars. I don't know why people assume that real spiritual items that are needed are cheap. No, they're not. That's the one thing, that's the one fucking mistake that you're making. Them shit's gonna cost some money. And you know what I'm saying? When you weigh it by the pound, not by the ounce, because you're gonna need pounds of that shit. This shit gonna run thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. It's a fact. And trolls affect everybody. Trolls are affecting religious people. And they'll just say, oh, it's witches. Troll, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. A fucking troll is not a witch. A lugawu is not a witch. That's not a witch. God damn, that damn helicopter is flying over really close. I mean, damn, that's close. Anywho, and I ain't nowhere near no airport. This shit gonna cost thousands of dollars. The materials that is needed. You wanna actually wanna know why spiritual works, witchcraft is not cheap? Because the materials actually cost thousands of dollars. The herbs and shit that you see, even the candles, you can get that shit at Dollar Tree. Some herbs are pretty expensive. But what is needed is the motherfucking crystals. And the motherfucking crystals gonna cost you some fucking money. They gonna cost you some money. That shit ain't gonna be cheap. And you need a lot of it. You can't, like, I'm talking about specifically the troll problem. Then also them calling. You know what I'm saying? Once they're all in a fucking network together. It's fucking annoying. Yeah, they're fucking annoying. And they do energy vamp. They do. They energy vamp and they up to all kinds of bullshit. They are. I shared that little baby girl that was murdered in Atlanta not too long ago. You know what her mother said? Her mother said, "My child was destined for a good life." Why did she say that? That's destiny swapping. That was a sacrifice. I can, and y'all know I don't come on here and talk about sacrifices too much. That's a sacrifice. Somebody stabbed that little girl to death. As a blood sacrifice. Somebody took her life force. Whether or not they used somebody else to fucking do it, that's what the fuck they did. That's destiny swapping, destiny merging, destiny sharing. Sharing is a real thing if you don't know what the fuck to do about it. If you don't know what the fuck to do about it, then you just gonna be a motherfucker gonna come to you, and especially if you an empath, and they gonna pass to you every affliction that they got. They may not even get it off of themselves, but as long as they can share it with somebody, so it's not just about destiny swapping. It's about destiny merging and sharing. That shit is very fucking real. That shit, that's pretty much the whole basis of sacrifice, is stealing somebody else's destiny. But see, the only thing people know about that is fucking the skeleton key. That's it, which I might go up there and watch that movie. That's all people know about it. But in reality, that movie, it was in it while it was entertaining. It was entertaining. That ain't that, because technically, destiny swapping. I mean, I understand that they based the movie off of slaves, right? And so these slaves were able to conjure magic to where they could take over people's bodies, right? And that's another fucking thing. That's another thing that nah, eh, few and far fucking between. I say that small shit to a fucking giant. Uh, for real, because that's usually something that's got to be in your bloodline any fucking way. That's a bloodline thing, and I ain't gonna get into it. We'll talk about that later. Actually, destiny swapping wouldn't have had to have taken people's bodies. They could have just stayed young forever. That's what some true destiny swapping is. Shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're speaking to it from that context, and keep in mind, they were not practicing witchcraft in that movie. They were not practicing witchcraft in that movie. So witchcraft is really nature based, which is why a lot of people say, "Oh, them witches, they just look young for their age," and and we usually do. Okay, but in that movie, they were practicing more so hoodoo. Okay, which is different. Hoodoo is not witchcraft. It's not. Okay, it's not shamanism either. It's not. It's totally different. Okay, that's gonna cost a lot of money to deal with that. Okay, I wish I would have been able to do it years ago, but everything happens for a reason, because I'm living within my destiny right now, that where I would want it to be. I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I don't regret shit except for one thing, which I'm not gonna fucking mention, because that's yeah. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Even with that shit, everything fucking happens for a fucking reason. Shit, even with that, to me, most things, I would say 99% of things that you deal with that doesn't kill you, uh because once you're dead, you're dead. And don't quote me on that, because I do believe in resurrection of the dead. um every point of contact, everything that you did leads you to your destiny and your path. So I do believe in it. And see, look at this. A white mouth just came, and that sucker is white. Going back in, y'all. Trolls are a real problem. They are. They a real fucking problem, man. Trolls have made people sick before. Trolls are some pretty toxic ass fucking people. They are. Shit. And they love to attack witches. It's like, but you're a troll, bro. Trolls are horrifying creatures from the fucking Black Lagoon. Trolls are terrible. Y'all know they are. They come around. They like roaches. They're like fucking roaches. Locusts. They're like locusts. Shit. They're like a sign of the times and shit. Can't fucking stand their asses because they're flagging your channel and they ain't got shit else better to do. They done fucking they don't care about having live. You know why my adversaries, a few of my main adversaries, even still have their channels, and why they channels grew, and which don't mean a fucking thing, but it is what it is because I ain't about to sit around and be fucking flagging no goddamn body all day and night. And I ain't about to get with no goddamn trolls and do them shits either. Some shit that's just beneath me. That shit is beneath me. I get enough views on my social media. And my channel is kind of coming out of blacklist, I noticed. They start flagging. They'll learn. They'll learn. But some of them trolls be crashing out. There are some trolls that don't mind dying or going to jail. Okay? About to give me another piece of this key lime pie. There are some trolls that they will literally crash out and unalive themselves just to get at another person. It's fucking sad. It's like they possessed and depressed at the same fucking time. It's weird. That's the reason why. Shit, I'm not gonna resolve the troll problem in particular for the entire spiritual community. I can't do it. And I'm not gonna do it because some of these people in the spiritual community ain't about shit and they're full of shit. It costs thousands of dollars. Some of the materials that's needed, the manpower, the hours of time that needs to be put in to dealing with the shit. A lot of people don't have that kind of patience. I'm not fucking with it. Maybe for myself and my loved ones and shit. But other than that, I ain't about to sit up here and be all like fucking dealing with that shit. Oh, I got some Milo's lemonade. Yeah, I ain't about to put up with that. I ain't about to deal with that shit without getting paid for it. Shit. It's gonna be expensive. And it ain't just them trolling on YouTube or your social media. Trolls are out there looking for people, trying to find where the fuck people are at, just being weird. That's why they all got big ass noses, because they nosy. They want to know. They look and lose. I want to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know people. They ain't even got to know a person. They just want to know what's going on. They act like they your man or something. or your woman. I think your man and your woman got the right to know where the hell you at, or your parent. Hell, every parent should know where their child is. Shit, even when they get grown. That's the kind of parent I am. I want to know where you at. You know what I'm saying? That's why this shit. Yeah, and people be like, spiritual stuff is cheap, and it's not. It's not. What you actually need is not cheap. What you actually need to deal with a lot of spiritual problems can cost thousands of dollars. What you actually need, depending on the situation. Spirit will let you know. But the whole the whole widespread troll problem, it is, and they're annoying. I remember there, and we have, you know what? I remember a time when social media was fucking amazing. These fuckers done grew because trolls, they are in grief. They're grieving. Trolls are depressed and sad. And it makes them feel good if they think they don't even have to think it. They don't even have to think that they're hurting you. They done got to the point where they just do something to hurt somebody and they just take it as a win. Like, oh, I got her. I got that person. I got this person. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that you see attacking children, those are the fucking most pathetic ones because those are bottom of the barrel trolls. You know what I'm saying? You can get rid of all this shit, knock all this shit out, that doxing and shit, all that bullshit they doing. All that bullshit be knocked the fuck out and they'll be in jail. The gang stalking problem on the fucking internet, right? You know what I'm saying? That too. That because it's the trolls are the ones that are doing the fucking gang stalking. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. Mm, mm. But that's why though. For little old me, just a couple of thousand, a little bit more. Eliminate that shit. Everybody that's gang stalking me can ready to go to fucking jail or hell, one or the other. But that's only a fucking small portion. That shit, they setting it up. The trolls are having conversations. Okay, so if something happens to me, I want you to take over this, and then they give each other a script. See how that it's sick. hmm And like I said, also the robo dials and weirdness all the goddamn fucking time. Some of them do work in hospitals and shit. Shit is fucking scary. Mm. Can you imagine giving birth to a baby and somebody like Cat Smith is like tending to you one night? I would throw up. Like, get the fuck. Can you imagine being in the hospital and somebody like Miss L is tending to you? Ah, a bitch that need to really be in prison or a mental institution is literally hooking you up to an IV. Like the fuck? Like the fuck? No. Oh, it's been High Priestess Jamila. Thank you for watching. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Bye. Have a happy Sunday. Love you guys. Bye.